Okay, we're back for Let's Play King's Quest 2. Okay, the next thing we gotta do is head over to the Door of Doom. By the way, you have to be careful right there where I came into the screen because there's a cliff right when you come up above the church there. Anyways, yeah, I call this the Door of Doom just because you have to just keep coming back to it. You have to go read the inscription and on the door, and then go get the item, and then come back, and then go back out to do the next quest, then come back, and then go back and forth and back and forth. So, anyways, okay, let's. If you just try to open the door is locked. You cannot open it, no matter how hard you try. Okay. Read the door. Inscription reads, "Whosoever chooses to seek the key for this door will undoubtedly make a splash." The hint is pretty vague, but not totally unsolvable, I would think. Not as bad as maybe the second door. Anyway, so let's go to where there's lots of water, I guess, if you want to make a splash. One little thing about this bridge, if you notice, I have 56 points and it just went to 57 when I crossed the bridge. Every time you go across that bridge, like either from west to east or east to west, you get a point. The game gives you a point. I think it has to do mostly with figuring into the mechanics of the game where okay, the old hag Hagatha is nearby. You can hear cackling and smacking her gums as she comes closer. She would love to have you for dinner, and I don't mean as a guest. Still no Batmobile. Oh well. There she is again. So it's getting those points is kind of like I said, the mechanics of the game, because you were supposed to go, like I said, with the Door of Doom, you have to go back and forth, back and forth. So it's kind of just showing that you're making progress in the game. Of course, the designers probably figured out that if you keep, um, if you keep, okay, there's the mermaid. I'm gonna come back for a second. If you keep just trying to exploit that little free point system, if you keep going back and forth across the bridge, eventually, after a certain amount of times, the one of the planks in the bridge falls out when King Graham is walking on it, and you die. So you can't just exploit that little freebie point systems. Anyways, okay, there's the mermaid, and so we're gonna give her the flowers. I guess I should go into the water first. And I have to type swim. Swim up to her. Give flowers. Okay, give flowers to mermaid. You graciously offer the beautiful bouquet of wild flowers to the mermaid. She loves the flowers. She then summons forth a magical seahorse. Maybe you could ride it. The game usually, one of these games usually says, if it says maybe, it usually means you can. So it's kind of saying do it, really, in a nice way, I guess. Okay, so let's ride seahorse. Quick as a flash, it glides under the water with you on its back. There is some kind of weird deaths involving King Neptune here, which we give the trident to. By the way, the King's Quest remake, this section is severely extended and kind of almost to a bad degree, too much. Anyways, although in King's Quest 2, the original here, it's kind of almost too short. Anyways, back to the weird deaths in that you can see in Mr. Whitman's Ways to Die videos for King's Quest 2. Again, his videos are really great for Ways to Die videos, especially for pretty much every adventure game there is, almost it seems like he does. If you go ahead, if I typed Wave Trident right now, and then give Neptune the Trident, he kills you. Even though once you give him to give Trident, even though once I give it to him, he's gonna do the same thing anyways. So, kind of, I don't know, it just seems kind of retarded to me. Give Trident to Neptune. Reverently, King Neptune accepts his lost trident from you. He gives you a bottle, then waves the trident in front of the huge clam, which opens and reveals a large golden key. So if he does it, it's fine. If you try to do it, the reaction is different. It's like he stares at you with cold eyes. Beware, the fairy spell has worn off, and then he kills you. Get key. Okay. So, if you can also give it to the mermaid, and then take the seahorse down. In which case, as soon as you come into his throne area, I guess, he kills you. Why? You would think that the mermaid would have told King Neptune where she found his trident from, but no, I guess not. So this is kind of really, I think, really weird deaths. Okay, anyways, we now have a key, so we can go back to the door, go all the way across back to the door. And oh, I forgot to get the. I better do that before I forget. You have to get the mallet out of the tree. I meant to get that on the way back to the ocean. So yeah, there's with just you have to walk across the entire game basically. Oh no, not the godforsaken church bell. So annoying, that sound. You just have to keep going all the way back and forth across the game, it seems. Okay, here's where you get the mallet. I guess through King's Quest 1 you would have learned that you should look into all tree holes. That's probably also why in the remake... Oh no, the dwarf caught you. You should check to see if he stole anything. Probably did. And I don't like that. I'm gonna have to pause the game and come back here.